You sit.
There you go.
Good boy.
Perfect. Good.
Boy.
All right.
Yeah.
And now you can play with him again with it.
All right, Frenchie.
There you go. And then just tug on the other end. Perfect. Perfect. And then something else that you can do outside of having him sit for another treat is you can toss it and have him retrieve it as well.
All right, Frenchie. Go get it.
This part we're working on here. Here, watch out for this guy. Good boy.
Good boy.
Good. All right. Good. Now go ahead and ask him to let go.
All right, Frenchie, let go.
And if he doesn't, this is when I would preload a treat. There you go.
Frenchie, sit.
Because we're still getting him the let go part.
The let go part is a big one that,
Yeah.
that Kathy definitely wants us to work on.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Eventually we'll get it to the point, and we'll hopefully get it in this session because he's getting pretty close. So go ahead and toss it again for him. Oh shoot. I was gonna say, get a treat out of it and then toss it for him. That's okay. I got another one for you just in case.
All right, buddy.
So go ahead and let him bring it to you.
Okay, Frenchie, can you bring it to me?
Here you go. And then have him drop it.
Drop it.
Perfect.
Good boy.
There you go.
Good boy.
Eventually you will get it so he can drop it and you can just take one out of the bag, but I would just kind of preload first just in case he needs an incentive to drop it. There you go. Perfect.
All right, Frenchie.
So this does one of two things, you know, especially because he's excited is usually when he's mouthy. So using it as a tug toy, so that way you have it on you, instead of him biting you and engaging, he'll bite that and then you play with that. And then also,
Frenchie, drop it.
Perfect.
Good boy.
There you go. And then also, in case you need to get out some extra energy, you can toss it and he can kind of burn that energy off that way by running back and forth.
Good boy, Frenchie. Go get it. Frenchie.
Good boy. Almost. Some dogs are natural retrievers, some aren't, so it's a little bit. Perfect. Yeah. I was gonna say I've had some trouble, so maybe it's because it's a new item, but
yeah, with balls he's usually pretty good with them.
Okay. You could try to find like a ball that you could stuff for treats too, and do the same thing. Because I used to do the same with tennis balls, but this I like because you have that string, and I would probably even tie something onto the string, so you had even more leeway to like twirl around.
Frenchie, drop it. Sit. Good boy.
Perfect. Good.
Good boy.
Okay, now this time preload a treat and then play tug with him and then ask him to let go or drop it and then give him a treat. Good, now just play tug. The trick is to really kind of get him worked up with it first. Okay.
Drop it.
Perfect, there we go. Nice.
Good boy.
Yeah. Best easy session ever.
Good boy. Is the hope that we can get to the point where he'll actually drop it on command rather than have to
And that's why, like, you'll want to preload eventually. Oh, you'll want to preload at first, but eventually you'll just be able to ask him to drop it and then take a treat out of the bag for him, and then
Good boy.
So this is just a good transition phase here. So we'll see if he does it this time without it.
Drop it.
Perfect.
Good.
Good.
Good boy.
Okay.
We can get him to retrieve.
And then after he retrieves, go ahead and try it again without the treat, but just leave it in your pocket or something. And then if we need it, we'll pull it out of the pocket, but we'll try
Bring it back, buddy.
Almost.
Big and he knows.
He knows it's in there. There you go. Good boy.
Frenchie. Frenchie.
That works too.
Okay, buddy.
Then now we're playing this game.
Gotta pick up that weed. Frenchie. Frenchie. Drop it. Good boy. Do you work with hand signals too, or just sort of the vocal?
I do a bit of everything. Sometimes I do mostly hand signals, sometimes I do vocals. Just try to pay attention to what the dog is more responsive to.
Good boy. Drop it.
Perfect.
Good boy.
Good.
Good boy.
And sometimes it's good to train them separately too, like commands like sit. A lot of people have problems asking their dog to sit because usually when they do it, it's with like a hand signal. And so just telling them to sit, they don't understand. So that's a good example of it, like why you would want to train. Perfect. Hey, why you would train things like separately.
Good boy. Sit. Sit.
Good boy.
Good
Perfect.
boy.
There you go.
What a good boy. There we go, buddy.
He's doing good.
Yeah. All right. Ready?
Another one that we'll do after this car passes is especially when he's running and chasing you.
Boy, drop it.
Very good.
Boy.
He has the tendency to like nip at the legs.
Yep.
And so what we'll do is we'll have you like kind of drag that behind too while he's running after you. So that way he's gunning for that instead of your legs.
You sit.
Good boy.
Boy.
So pretty much we're just trying to take all the focus off of body parts and put it onto the treat bag or the toy or the tug rope, whatever.
Sit.
You know. Good boy. Yeah, there you go.
Good boy. Sit.
Like,
Give me something. Sit.
there you go. Alright, now we'll just start walking a little bit. And then whenever he wants your attention, we'll work on the paw part too. And that should come pretty second nature by now. Good, very good. You can if you want. That's when I would just kind of work with heel work. So, you know. But right now, we almost want to mostly just focus on you ignoring him and him like trying to get your attention and then working with that situation. So after a while, he's going to be like, hey. Right. That's what we're hoping. Let's see. There we go. Okay. So now if you want something, go ahead and put the treat in your hand and ask him to give you paw for it.
Give paw. Give paw.
And then just hold. There it goes. Good. Good. So same thing now when he does the same thing for the treat or the toy or attention. So that's his first marker, and we want to trade it off to the second
Give
one.
paw. Good boy.
Good. Eventually what I'm hoping will happen, and sometimes it's harder for him to make this connection, is instead of jumping and biting towards you or the bag for what you want, jumping and pawing.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's kind of like the last kind of step that he needs to actually pick up on his end. Everything else we're just kind of trying to condition and build him towards. So we'll see if he does it this time or not.
Cruising now.
Good boy. Yeah, you're doing so good. At least it's not too cold out yet.
No, it's nice.
It's gonna drop later. It was nice, really nice the last couple days.
Yeah, yesterday was great.
He got to go out to the dog park with his new boarding friend.
Was that Sarge?
Sarge left, but they were good friends, and now we have Maisie.
Maisie.
Yeah.
My parents' dog is named Maisie.
Oh, cool. She was actually, he was actually in her first video, and they're running around playing with each other. So I'll send you the link to that too. Good boy.
Good boy.
All right, there we go. So just wait.
Paw.
Good
Good boy.
boy. Let's see if he does it this time. So now keep your hand there where it was and just keep walking. Now, all right, now stop walking. Now just hold it there for a minute. I'm gonna see if he actually gives his paw this time. Try lowering everything and just holding it there. Almost, lowering it a little bit more. I think he's just playing tug now. That's fine.
Drop it.
Perfect. There you go. I was hoping he'd reach up and paw, but I think it might be too high. So let's see if he does it now with his paw. There it is. Perfect. There we go. Good boy. So yeah, that's gonna actually be part of the transition too. Is just the height too. Yeah, getting him to paw up high. So I can.
Tall for such a short guy.
Yeah, we can practice that pretty easily though. So like the next time he wants your attention, just get a treat out and do the same thing with paw, but maybe a little bit higher. So he kind of has to jump up for it. Let's give that a shot. He's doing really good though.
I'm glad to see it.
I said the hardest thing was getting him to retrieve it. So I guess if we find one that is in the shape of a ball. Okay, there we go. So now. Perfect. Good. And now, since he's kind of still in wanting treat mode, go ahead and get another treat ready and try to get him to kind of give paw up a little bit higher or jump paw. Let's see if he'll do it. Almost. He thought about it. Yeah, there we go. Good boy. Perfect. There we go. He can do it. It's just so difficult because he's been like really conditioned to just using his mouth at first for everything. And so it's now just trying to like rebuild a new habit. So like right there. So let's try again. See if he'll do it with just his paw. Yes! Good boy. Very good. There you go. And this is pretty much what a session looks like.
This is great. No, this is fantastic.
He's doing good. Careful, let's go around this way in case he's thirsty. I don't want him to drink the soapy water. What is that, huh? What is that? Oh, I know you got distracted by the phone. He almost jumped up for it too. I was hoping to see if he'd jump up with just his paws this time. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Good boy. Perfect.
Good boy.
Yeah, he's a quick learner.
He is a quick learner.
Good boy. So now in that case, I would just ignore him and then just keep going. That's always the hardest part for a lot of people. Yeah, is like the barking and the biting. Because I don't know if you know what the term is for it, but it's usually like an extinction burst. So especially if they've been barking for attention or biting for attention and it's what's worked out before them before, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna keep trying harder and louder to get the attention before the behavior actually subsides and they give up on it. So that's been rough.
Yeah, that is the thing that I think we train him a little bit ourselves in the harness.
It can be pretty painful.
When he bites you.
Yeah, I've got like those bite sleeves, so it helps a little bit. Yeah, but he hasn't been too bad with it. At least he's a smaller pup and he's not like a pitty.
Exactly, yeah.
That could be very painful.
It could be rough. Yeah, I mean, you saw when I got out of the car. That's pretty typical for him. He comes up.
Yeah.
Overexcited.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping would happen. Because for me, I have to actually get him like pretty amped up to play. But I figure with seeing you and just kind of naturally being excited, it would just happen.
Your paw?
Perfect. And you could actually like shake too if you wanted to. Yeah. But I've just been doing the quick paw touches just to kind of keep going on. But yeah. Hard to tell on that one. Good boy. There it is. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy. He's doing great.
If I just pet it.
Yeah. And then say ow or stop. Make sure you don't pull your hand away.
Oh, okay. So if he does do something like that where he puts his mouth on my hand, I should say ow or stop or something like that?
Yep. And then just hold there, and then as soon as he lets go or turns, then you just give him praise and a treat. Good boy.
Good boy. Like that?
Yep. The main thing is having him kind of give up on his own. There you go. Good. So what I'll do sometimes is like I'll move my hand around quickly, like get him to try to bite it, or like kind of touch his leg and do like that stuff. There you go. And have him pull away from it.
Good boy.
There you go. Good.
Good boy.
There you go.
Good boy.
Very good. So now he's kind of second guessing his initial reaction.
Good
Perfect. Because it's almost like two steps, right? Like his first step is that, there you go, and then good.
Good boy.
Very good. No, that way, bud.
Paw. Paw. Good boy.
Very good.
Good boy.
So we're almost at that point now where you kind of would be at like in a puppy form sense where you want him to bite you, so that way you can learn not to bite you. So you're kind of really like, good boy.
Good boy. Good boy. Paw. Paw. Good boy.
Yes, very good. Very good.
Paw. Paw.
Very good. There you go. Good.
Whatever these things.
Oh, it's just freeze-dried chicken.
Yeah, who loves
They're not too expensive. Like I usually go between that or salmon because they're usually pretty good on their stomachs. It's just
better than little, probably processed morsels like this.
yeah, with like the laundry list of ingredients.
Yeah.
Those are good like if you have to like just do a lot of high repetition too, because they're smaller and they're less calories. Whereas this, it's not too bad because we're also moving around a lot and just burning some calories. But yeah, it's whatever really motivates him. He likes everything really. I had the bone marrow treats too in here because I had some of those on bulk, and he likes those too.
Good boy.
So, it's optional.
Yeah.
Good.
Drop it. Sit.
Very good.
Paw. Good boy.
Yeah.
That's a good boy. What a good boy.
There you go. Perfect. Good boy.
Good
so like
boy.
as soon as he stops, you want to mark it.
Okay.
Because the closer we get to the instance, the more likely he'll make the connection.
So when I'm practicing riling him up, I always have a treat in my hand.
Or at least close to you.
Good boy.
There you go. A lot of times, just because a lot of times the behavior is just when he's hyped up. That's all.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Good boy. Buddy.
Like another good example is if you start running here a little bit, I would just get ready to have that thing by your side so he doesn't nip at your ankles. But he's doing good, but you can kind of see on here like what he's focused on. And it's just because it's his eye level, you know, it's movement at his eye level. And now he's doing better about looking up at you too, which is good. Perfect, there you go. Very good.
Paw. Good boy. Good boy.
Yeah,
More shorts. Not sweatpants that are falling off.
yeah, it's almost not hoodie weather anymore.
Oh, I
which is
know.
nice.
It's crazy.
And another thing that we could do is just practice patience and recall as well. Here, we'll go back.
Yeah.
There's a little grass patch over there. I don't think anybody will leave their driveway anytime soon. It's better to be able to not worry about traffic. Alright, so now, go ahead and ask him to sit and wait.
Sit.
Okay, and now slowly back up. And when he starts to move like that, go ahead and reinforce either the sit or the wait.
Sit.
Good. And your partner here will help spy you. Right? The main goal is to only move back when he's sitting up. Good. So now he wants that attention, right? So ask him to sit again.
Sit.
Good. Now just stay there. And then. Good. Now release him.
Boy, come here.
Perfect. And that little exercise alone not only practices the recall, but building his patience, because you can kind of see there he wants it, and he wants to move, he wants to bark for it, and so like just adding in a little bit of extra time, very good. Just adding in a little bit of that extra time before the release makes it so he has to learn to control himself for at least a little bit longer. And if you're practicing that with your partner, the main thing is to just have your partner spot him like I did, but not hold him back the whole time. We want him to do most of the work on his own.
Sit. Sit. Good boy.
And then I'll show you one more exercise, and then you can kind of pick on whichever one you want to practice.
Great.
But impulse control, just having him sit and wait.
Sit. Frenchie, sit.
Or just wait is fine. And now go ahead and toss the bag and ask him to wait.
Wait.
See, so that was a little bit too hard because he went for the bag pretty much as soon as you threw it. So now to make it easier for him, ask him to wait.
Wait. Wait.
Now slowly lower it to the ground and drop it a few feet behind you. And watch him. So ask him to wait again, kind of like with the. There you go. And just keep going as long as he's waiting. Almost. So go ahead and reinforce the wait.
Wait.
And this is on your part. Right. Yeah. Go ahead and reinforce the wait. And then release.
Go. Release.
He's like.
No, it doesn't want it. He's like, I don't
He got distracted there. Okay, go ahead and gesture towards it. There you go. There you go. We'll try that again.
I'll try that one. Frenchie. So in that situation there, where he seems like he was maybe slightly, he didn't want to respond.
Right. So the last thing you want to do is add more pressure because, yeah, so the last thing you want to do is add more pressure or try to take it away because then he's going to be more defensive. So in those cases, that's what I would have, like that's why I keep my treat pouch on me still and just bait him to listening to you.
Frenchie.
And that's a good general rule of,
Frenchie.
go ahead and get closer.
Frenchie. Paw. Frenchie.
It's okay.
Frenchie. Paw.
Just give him a moment because he's just focused on the crumbs there. That's okay. There you go. I'll help him out a little bit. All right. So go ahead and zip it up and then we can practice without him feasting on everything. But same rules will apply. Okay, go ahead and put it down for him.
Frenchie.
There you go. Now let him have it. Okay.
Paw.
Good. Go ahead and take one more treat out of there. Okay, and then go ahead and give him, or actually we'll practice the weight again. All right.
Sit.
Good.
Sit.
Good. And your goal is to get really good at micromanaging him. So like as soon as you think he's gonna move, that's when you want to reinforce the command.
Sit.
Okay, and then we'll just go real slow and pay attention to him. Because if he's focused on you, it'll make it easier, but if he's just focused on the bag, it'll make it harder. So try to get him to look up at you.
Sit.
Good. And then you can also use the treat to have him
Sit.
focus on you too. Good.
Sit. Sit.
Good.
Sit. Sit. Okay, release.
Good. There you go. All right.
Boy.
Now,
Off.
good. Perfect. And instead of reaching for it quickly too, having him come to you away from the item and then slowly getting it. Hmm? that's how a lot of people get in trouble in general with a dog, is just try to take something from them that they already, like, in their mind and everything physically, they feel like they own.
Yeah.
And so what ends up happening, especially in like games of tug, right? So the more that you tug, the more that they're gonna tug back. And so the more that you try to get what they already have, the more that they're gonna want to try to hold on to it.
Yeah.
So that's why it's just about letting it go and then redirecting it, them to something else that they want more.
Frenchie, sit. 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 Frenchie, sit. Frenchie.
He's checking out for a second. I think the other chicken scraps and stuff were there. It's fine.
Frenchie, sit.
Nah,
Sit.
perfect.
Sit. Frenchie, sit. Sit.
So I'll show you what I
Yeah, show me
doing to help him. Wait. Sit. Good. And then just wait, right? Good. We want him to learn to not try so hard for something. Good. Wait. Good. Just letting them give up. Wait. Good. Very good. Wait. Good. Frenchie, come. Good.
So even if he's not sitting fixated, as long as he's sort of wandering and not obsessing.
Mm-hmm. I want him to just relax off of the item is the thing. There you go.
Wait.
And then take a couple steps back. And then release him to you.
Release.
Okay, there you go. Perfect.
Right.
There you go.
It's hard not to react. So I gotta really work on that myself. It's hard because the impulse is sit.
Yeah. And that's what happens too, is because like when we pull something up and away, it makes him want to jump after it even more, right? So in like in those cases, yeah.
I need to get better at having something in my hand at all times too.
It takes practice. And something like this isn't too bad. I usually have cargo pants, so it's a lot easier. But sure you can find something even smaller too.
Wait.
And then as soon as he disengages,
Wait. Wait.
good.
Wait. Wait.
There you go. I'll help you out a little bit. There you go.
Good boy.
There you go. Perfect. Now that he really wants it again and he's gonna probably jump up for it, let's practice walking and having him paw for it. Right, so just keep it holding there. Now try lowering it down a little bit more. So that way he paws it. There you go. So you did touch it with his other paw that time, yeah. There you go. It's gonna be hard because, you know, because his mouth and face is gonna be closer to the object than his little arms are gonna be. So it's usually not a problem that I have with some other pups, but is for his especially. There we go. You just have to kind of take that into consideration.
How my wife do it? She's shorter than me.
Oh, there you go. It'll be easier for their interaction.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. And so now we'll practice again with the whole like leave it thing. So go ahead and give him the bag after he gives you paw or something. Or jumps up perfect for it. There you go. Okay. Now this time, will push the behavior. I'll push the behavior for you. Like I'm gonna get it. Come here. There you go. So you kind of see instinctively, right? He's gonna
take it and walk away with it.
And so now instead of us chasing after it, we bring him to us. Okay? Sometimes that's easier said than done, depending on what you got. Yeah.
You just kind of have to. Not much you can trade up for. What would you do in a situation?
Be preemptive, like paying attention to where you're walking and what you're doing.
Not much you can do.
And then also just having a higher value treat on you for emergencies like that. Like if I know that I'm working downtown, I'll have usually like these, or something else that I know that he'll really like. Like we went to the deli shop one time when we were downtown working with somebody, and we got them some freshly sliced turkey, and that was good to overpower pretty much anything that they wanted. And it was like, you have a higher value treat when you can't get them to leave you alone for it, And so then it's really easy to get them to trade up, So you want to be as preemptive as you can, as opposed to reactive in those severe kind of cases. Okay, so same thing here. Good. Very good. So you kind of see there, like he saw that I was there, and instead of me pushing for what he had and what he wanted, I pulled him towards what I had. Okay, so I'll let you try that. Here, I'll give you another treat here. So you can go ahead, and you can break that in half too if you wanted to. Sometimes I'll do because the chunks are pretty big for them, but it's not too big of a deal. Okay, so now while you're walking, pay attention to him. And when he looks up at you, like he's going to be afraid of you, like reaching in for it, that's your moment to show him that, hey, I have something else for you. Right there, perfect. Now I have to bring him over to you a little bit more. Perfect. Good. There you go. Hey.
Try that one.
A lot of times people will do the opposite, or feel like they have to out alpha and like yell at them and push them away, and that actually can make the behavior worse, because now they really want to guard what they had, or the next time they get something, you're gonna be caught up in that that power struggle per se. And want to try to get people to avoid conflict whenever possible, as opposed to trying to just escalate it to like quote unquote dominate their dog or whatnot.
Boy. Amazing how many things you can do with this little bag.
And I got that because you can use, like I had one before that just zips up, and I would just kind of take it off and use like the long part of the string.
Get paw.
Perfect.
Good boy.
So there's always different things that you can do, but just that thing was like $10, so.
Yeah. Worth every penny.
A lot of pups seem to really like it too, so it works out well.
Yeah. He's good out, otherwise he's eating well.
Oh yeah. Eating well, playing well, hanging out with everybody. Like I said, luckily he got a new friend for a boarding mate as soon as Sarge left, and they're getting along really well. And there you go. But I'll have this uploaded for you guys as well.
Hello. You want to see? Good. You want to see your guy?
Sure. Hi, buddy.
Frenchie.
Oh, look at that face.
Yeah. See Kathy?
Yeah, you hear Dad is going.
paw. Good boy. Good boy.
Good that he's jumping up for it too.
He's jumping up for it. He's using paw.
They nibbling you?
A little bit, but not nearly as much.
You want to teach him to?
Good boy.
We can show her not nibbling you too.
Yeah.
So go ahead and, if you want, I can hold that.
Oh,
for
if you can hold it, yeah, thanks.
There you go. Hi, how you doing?
Good boy. What a good boy. You get him riled up a little bit.
Yeah. And then I got another treat for you too.
I think we got a couple scraps left here that we can use. Frenchie.
He's much more resilient to it now. There it is, almost. There you go, and perfect.
Good boy.
Good
Paw.
boy.
Good boy.
Perfect.
Good boy. Yeah, he's a lot less nibbly now.
Good.
Good boy. He was a little nibbly when I showed up first. All right. Just wanted to give you a little glimpse.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll see you later.
Good boy.
All right, bye.
Good boy.
Good boy.
There you go.
Jumping up and being good.
Yeah.
Good boy. All right.
And I said the main thing is, like, he's not just reaching up and grabbing things with his mouth. Yeah. But since he really wants it again, I'll just have him wait here for a moment, and then you walk over, and then you can call him to you whenever he's holding on his own, and I'll let you know. Wait. You're good. Perfect.
Good
Here.
boy. Good boy.
And just little exercises like that really helps to develop that patience and that impulse control. And he definitely needs that, because you can kind of tell as soon as he wants something and he can't get it, it like immediately affects him. And like you can see it physically and you can hear it, because he'll start barking and jumping for things. So teaching him to, you know, to re-recognize what he wants, he doesn't have to keep continuing to cue. And what I'll do sometimes is, as soon as he stops cueing, I'll give him what he wants. Or like I'll wait a minute afterwards or something like that. So that way, hopefully he bridges that connection between, oh, okay, instead of barking to get what I wanted, I stopped barking and I just sat there and then I got it.
That's the biggest thing, other than sort of leave it in the nibbling, is the attention barking.
Yeah.
At home, at least. You know, we'll put him on the other side of the baby gate, away from the baby while the baby's playing with his toys.
Yeah.
And we'll be on one side and he'll be on the other side, and he will just bark.
Just to get to you guys and hang out.
To us.
Yeah.
So in that situation, when he stops barking, I can
Thanks, yeah, I'll park. And it's like I said, it's gonna be two parts, because you want him to learn to give up on his own, and then have his own thing to do and be kind of like his own person.
Yeah.
And sometimes you'll just have to have structured practices like that, where, you know, you'll have family time, separate time, and then family time with him. So 3 different things. And that'll get easier for him as he gets older, you know, and also like after long days in particular. And then after like long days or sessions when he's at the dog park, he's completely content with being in the boarding room with the other pups by himself. While I'm like upstairs or something in the living room helping my girlfriend and her mom. So
how's she doing?
doing well.
Good.
Yeah. They're at least comfortable and, you know, working through things. But
long COVID is tough.
yeah, definitely did not expect how hard it was, I'm sure, but they're working through it. But yeah, the more that you can have him do beforehand, before the event, really helps too, because then he'll just be much more inclined to relax and, you know, and be tired and everything. So he's not like hyped up and full of energy and wants to engage with you, because then it'll just make everything last longer before he gets up. Or you'll have to have something even more engaging for him to do on his own. So a lot of that is also preemptive work. Yeah.
Good boy. Sit. it.
Make these more like the gesture. Yeah. Okay.
Good boy.
And that's where, like, in the meantime, you can practice those things separate, like doing it once with just a gesture, doing it once verbally, doing it once with both, just to help him bridge that connection. Sometimes they understand what it means, and sometimes they don't. It's interesting because we're always kind of doing our own thing too, like subconsciously, and we don't even recognize that every time we ask him to sit, we're doing this, or we're doing the point down, or something, you know. He is focused. I know. Your new favorite thing.
Yep.
I'll send you guys a link to one. So let's try having him retrieve it a little bit. And we'll kind of combine exercises. So we'll have him sit, wait, we'll toss it a short distance, try to retrieve it, and I got an extra treat for you too if we need it. Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. I think it's about time.
All right. So
I'll walk the other pup before I head out.
Want me to get him?
Okay. Yeah. So just either get him to sit or ask him to wait. I'll be here to spot you, and then just throw it like 6 feet or something like that. This is a 20-foot cable, so we got some. So ask him to wait.
Wait.
There you go. Very good. Go.
Boy.
You can go ahead and reward him for that,
Good boy.
and I'll give you another treat. Now release him to go get it.
Go get it. Go get it. Let's go get it.
There you go. And then, there you go. I was gonna say have him bring him over to you and drop it, but you know, let's see if he'll do that. Cause he almost got that whole part down.
Frenchie. Frenchie.
He's just trying to get to it now. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so now Frenchie, come on, bring it.
Bring it.
Come here, buddy. Good boy. Yes,
Boy.
almost.
Frenchie.
He almost did it earlier.
Yeah.
This was the hardest part I've had trouble with. That's why when you said that he was good with fetch, I was surprised. But I guess the difference between the bag and the ball.
Yeah, the ball, he loves fetch. He'll come, Frenchie.
I'll let you keep trying. Bring it.
Bring it.
Come here, Frenchie. Hey. Here you go. Good. I want him to try to drop it in front of you and then you give him a treat. So let's try to get him to get the bag again. There you go. Maybe stand up. And then drop the bag. There you go. Oh, that's good.
Good boy.
We'll keep working on
Yep.
it. It's okay. So he almost got it earlier, so it's okay. Good boy, that was good.
Got it.
There you go. Then ask him to
Drop it.
Very good.
Good boy.
Perfect.
Yeah, he'll bring tennis balls over to us and actually like pop them through the baby gate.
Wow.
And the baby will take them and throw them, and he'll come back and he'll pop the ball through the gate.
Huh. It must be because it's a bag.
I think it's because of the bag. And
Yeah.
It's got, you know,
The treat's in it.
in it.
We'll see if we can keep practicing and get him either to continue with retrieving that and dropping it,
Yeah.
or if we're like maybe just doing the same with a ball and then just having your treat bag on you too. Just kind of traditional way to do it. But either way, I like this because, like I said, you can kind of use it to tug as
Yeah.
well. There you go.
Drop it.
Good boy. Oh, I know, we're out
Got
of
some
treat,
residue.
I got a couple pieces left here in case he does anything on. Oh yeah, he's getting thirsty. Here, we'll go across the street back the other way home. Let's see if we can get him to jump up for paw again on it. There we go. It's like he's kind of doing both. There we go.
Good boy.
And then just hold it there for a minute. Let's see if we can get him to use his paws again. There we go.
Frenchie. Paw.
Good.
Good boy.
Very good.
Good boy.
There we go.
I'm out. That's a good boy.
Yeah, it was good practice.
Good. He's nosing me instead of biting, which is good. Veering into your way.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Very good.
Good boy.
There we go. Good. That was good.
Good
too.
boy.
And then, yes.
Good
There you go. Very
boy.
good. I know. You're excited. You want treats. We're out of treats.
Oh, that was good. Good boy.
He's trying. It helps because, you know, like you said, it's something that he wants. So,
Yeah.
very good.
Good boy.
He's learning to give up a little bit more.
Yeah, I think that whoever his first owner was very clearly reinforced a lot of mouthiness in him.
Well, sometimes it's just natural too.
Boy.
There you go.
He hasn't shown any sort of leash reactivity with you. He doesn't really get lost.
Yeah, no, he's been great on it. He's been great on the leash, which is nice.
Well, I wanted to mention one of the things. So, as you've seen at the dog park, it's usually great. We have a neighbor who has a female Briton, a little bit younger than him. Hasn't been spayed. He used to be fine with it, but now he shows some sort of real aggression towards this one particular dog.
That's gonna be hard to gauge without like seeing their
Yeah.
interaction.
Yeah.
Some dogs just don't get along with other dogs. Sometimes it's what the other dog is doing that we're maybe not noticing, that he doesn't like. It could be a multitude of things. The only way that you can kind of get them to learn to either redirect around each other is to, I would probably have them like safely both on a muzzle or both on a leash
That's what,
and practice like redirecting.
Yeah, that's what my neighbor who owns a dog recommended. He has a military background, and he said that's what they would do with military dogs when they didn't get along, is muzzle them both, and then have them sort of figure it out.
Yep. This is the safest way to do it because you have to have them spend more time with each other because a lot of times it's that uncertainty that causes that. And then just being there, you know, to help redirect them, and as soon as they calm down and focus on you, to reward that behavior as opposed to them just focusing on the other dog and being uncomfortable. So, yeah. And it's tough. Like I said, the muzzle is almost always necessary just because you want that extended close time together, and so you need that safety net.
Yeah. Good boy, Frenchie. There's that belly.